What's going on, guys? It's Coach Sion here. I'm going to show you exactly how I went from obese to shredded so that you can just copy me, do what I did. Now I'm a fitness coach. It's ironic because never in a million years would have thought that I'd been a fitness coach, especially when I was obese. But if you're not happy with yourself, you want to change, you want to be a different person, you need some motivation, that inspiration. I know exactly where you're at because I've been there. So I hope this video helps you out. I also have a free community on school, so you can just join. It's in the description, but I have a lot more videos like this if you guys like it, where I show you exactly, how to do calories, protein. I got some meal plans and some workouts in there. So if you like that stuff, go and check it out. It would be awesome to have you in there, but hope this helps you. I'll jump right into it. Basically, when I was growing up, I was super active, and I was always into martial arts. I was into swimming, wrestling. I was always playing outside as a kid, and then when I was about 12 years old, I just stopped being as active. I was kind of rebellious towards my parents. They were trying to push me in martial arts. I was pretty burnt out, and I decided to, hold back on that stuff. I started playing a lot of video games, just sitting around, not being very active, eating super unhealthy. I don't know about you guys, but I put on weight super, super fast. Like, if I overeat, I can see it the next day. I'm not naturally like this. So if you're one of those people out there, I know some people can stay shredded and eat just, 3 pizzas a day and it doesn't do anything for them. But if you're someone like me, this video is for you. But I was super lazy, undisciplined, and I started to become self-conscious. And I had a lot of people around me who kind of lied to me, and they'd say, "Oh, you look fine. You're, just a kid. You can eat whatever. It'll naturally come off later." And they kept telling me these kind of lies that I believed in. It kind of held me back. But the pain, it just kept getting worse physically and mentally. Being able to see myself morph into someone that I wasn't proud of. And I remember the time when I got stretch marks. And growing up, I had this friend that I would play with, and I remember he had stretch marks, and I was like, man, I hope I never get stretch marks. So I remember the day I got stretch marks, and I was just like, I have to change. I got to do something. Smacked me right in the face. But just at this time, I wasn't confident around girls. I had girls that I liked, but I just, I knew that I was ugly. I was the fat kid, so I had no chance. My confidence was pretty destroyed. So I decided that I was going to reinvent myself. I was going to a new high school where I didn't know anybody. And I was like, you know what? I have this opportunity over the summer. I can literally transform myself into a new person that nobody knows my past self. Every day that you spend waiting to start that journey is another day on the other side that you could spend enjoying the results. So if you're overweight right now and you're thinking about starting, get it over with. Start now. Get in shape, because waiting, you're not going to be able to experience the benefits for as long. And so look right here. Maybe you're right here. Maybe you're right here on this little chart thing. But every day that you wait is another day that you could spend living the best life, being confident. So sometimes you have to use your deepest, darkest desires to succeed. And for me at the time, I wanted to look sexy. I wanted, girls to want me. I wanted to be able to take my shirt off, and I wanted nobody to ever, call me fat again. I wanted to completely erase that identity completely. There's always going to be someone out there who has it worse. And for me, when I watched, the reason I have the Navy SEALs right here, because I went into a rabbit hole of watching the Navy SEAL training. And if you watch the SEAL teams, you'll realize that there are people with different body types. There are guys who are jacked, guys who are thin, guys who are in really good shape, some guys who aren't as in good shape. And it doesn't matter what body type that they have. What really matters is who makes it through the training, and it's the toughest training in the world, crazy physical challenges. The guys who make it through are the guys who are mentally tough, because there are some guys who they look like they work out 6 hours a day and they look like a fitness influencer, and they'll quit on the 3rd day. There's guys who aren't really that, you look at them and you're like, I don't think that guy is really in that good of shape. And those are the guys who make it through because they're just so mentally tough. So starting is the hardest part. It gets easier as you go along. So as you lose weight, exercise gets easier for you. And you need to stop caring what people think, because I did for a long time. My family held me back. My friends held me back. They told me things, you look fine, you don't need to do it. And it's not like they're trying to, but your friends and your family, your loved ones, they're just trying to protect your feelings. It's not easy to tell someone like, yeah, you do need to lose weight. Like, it's pretty rude if someone says that to you, so no one's going to say that. But it's the truth, and you have to look at yourself in the mirror and be honest with yourself. There's people that are going to hold you back from your vision, and you just have to be confident with your decision. If you decide that you're going to make a change, then you need to stick with that, be that person, and own it. Be confident with it. And if someone says, hey, like, why are you losing weight? You don't need to lose weight. Be like, yeah, I do. I want to. But here's a framework, this little sentence right here. I know I don't need to, but I want to, and I really like it. Okay. Now, if you say like, oh, I need to lose weight, people can argue with that. People can argue whether you need to or not. Oh, you don't need to. You look fine. All this stuff. But people can't argue if you have a preference or an opinion. It's very hard for people to argue with. Like if you say, hey, I just joined this program and it's the best I've ever felt. I love it. I feel great and I like it. People can't argue with that, but people can argue with you if you say, oh, I need to lose weight. I'm trying to lose weight because I want to look better. People can always feed you that crap. That's like, oh, you don't need to, you're fine. All those lies. So if you ever tell someone your plan, if someone's ever trying to peer pressure you, say, hey, just come on, have some more drinks with us. Oh, I know you like to, have some more food, all this stuff. You say, no, I don't want to. I really like the progress that I've been having, and I don't want to jeopardize that because it kind of backs people away. But there's 3 things that you got to keep in mind when you want to transform. There's really comes down to 3 things. That's knowledge, it's time, and self-belief. Okay? So knowledge is just knowing what to do, right? It's the plan. The time is the discipline and doing it for a long period. Self-belief is the one that a lot of people are lacking, and that's what I lacked the most. And so that's the one that I want you to pay attention to, because if you've been overweight for a long time, it's hard to picture yourself with the end result. It's hard to picture yourself what you'll look like after you've lost that weight, because I didn't honestly know if my plan was going to work. I didn't know if I was going to be able to lose weight. All I know is that I had nothing to lose. And the best case scenario was that I would transform, and the worst case scenario was that I would stay the same. But I knew that doing nothing meant that I would get nowhere. I knew that it meant guaranteed failure. And that was, for me, the worst option, was to just sit there and do nothing. Don't make the mistake of trying to make the perfect plan, because it doesn't really exist. You want to spend as little time as possible in the planning stage, and you want to get to the action stage, right? I see a lot of people who do a lot of research, and they're trying to find, the perfect weight loss plan, and they're always constantly changing. Just pick one thing and do it for an extended period of time. And the faster you can start doing that, the faster you're going to see the results, right? So Ready, Fire, Aim, it's a business book, but I like the principle. I use it for fitness, which is spend little time doing the research, finding the plan, start following the plan as soon as possible, and then don't quit for an extended period of time. After 2 or 3 months of doing the same thing, if you haven't gotten the results that you're looking for or seen a change, that's where you can reevaluate the plan. But don't make the mistake of changing stuff the entire way, because you just need one plan, okay? So this is the intense game plan for seeing the fastest results. This is what I did. I'm not saying that this is what you should do, but this is, if you're just really motivated and you want to kind of go to the extreme, this is not sustainable. Usually on my channel, I talk about sustainability. Usually my clients, I do a lot more sustainable plan, but this is if you just want to see absolute, incredible results super fast. You're just really pumped and you're willing to do, kind of an extreme plan, then this is for you, right? If you're obese, if you're a man, eat 1,500 calories. If you're a woman, eat about 800 to 1,000 calories. If you're pretty overweight, but you're not, obese, then you can go anywhere from your body weight times 7 through 10. So you can pick a number between 7 through 10, multiply that by your body weight. That's the calories that you want to eat. And you have to track all your calories, guys. you will probably, if you're just starting on your fitness journey, you're probably going to make a ton of mistakes with tracking, and you probably have no idea, the calories that are in the foods you're eating, because I didn't, and I immediately stopped eating some of the foods that I was eating because it's like, man, this is just not worth the calories. So tracking your calories is super important because it will minimize the errors that you're going to have. Okay, it'd be really frustrating for you to do this, not track your calories, and then you're not losing weight and you feel miserable. So if you're tracking your calories, it eliminates the possibility of error. Okay, and I recommend doing intermittent fasting. That's what I did. I didn't eat till about 2 or 3 in the afternoon. I would have an apple, and then I would have a protein shake that was about 300 calories a couple hours later. And then for dinner, I made this big feast, which was a homemade chipotle salad, and it was about 800 to 900 calories. And I made it as big as possible with lots of lettuce and vegetables, so that I could get as most volume as possible for the calories. And that was awesome, guys. Like every day, I looked forward to that meal, and I was happy. It was pretty effortless for me to maintain that low calorie plan. The thing about intermittent fasting is it's going to take you a couple weeks to adjust to it, and that's completely normal. Your body's normally used to eating in the morning if you're someone who eats breakfast. So you have to let your body adjust to it. After a couple weeks, trust me, it's going to be easy. So movement. This is what you should do based on how fast results you want to do. I'll show you which one I did, but if you're a beginner, just starting out, just start moving as much as possible. Do what you can, okay? Go for walks. Just get up off your ass and do something, right? Just stop sitting as much. If you're going to take a phone call, be standing, be pacing around the room while you're on your phone. If you're going to be listening to a podcast or watching a movie, try to do it on the treadmill. Or like if you're watching TV in the living room, be doing some like crunches, be doing some push-ups, or like do some kind of exercise like every 20 minutes. But try to move as much as possible. You don't want to be sedentary. The level 2 novice is moving as much as possible, but then adding in incline walk 30 minutes per day. So this is going to burn about 300 calories depending on your body weight, but this is going to accelerate your results. Level 3, becoming a winner, guys. And this is the one I did. So training like a fighter, right? Fighters train like crazy before their fights. So this is what you're going to do. It's pretty extreme, but you're going to train as if you're training for a fight. You're going to move as much as possible. You're going to be doing incline walk 30 minutes per day, or jogging if you can, 100 push-ups, 100 crunches, and 100 squats every single day. Now, when I did this, when I was going through my journey, I would break this up. So you can do this in different increments, but I would do 3 times per day. I would do about 30 push-ups, 30 crunches, 30 squats. Some days I would do 50 push-ups, 50 crunches, 50 squats, and I would do that twice per day. You can break it up however you want, but you don't have to do it all in one setting. But this is just to keep you moving all day and to have that number in your mind so that you can keep yourself going. You have a target to shoot for. Then you're going to get 10,000 steps, and then on top of that, do some additional cardio. This is, guys, you want to turn into Rocky. You need to pull that Rocky out of you. You want to implant his ability to persevere and train super hard. You want to implant that into your brain and, become a winner, guys. But this means that you need to weigh yourself every single day. After you go to the bathroom in the morning, log in on your phone. There's a scale called Rinfo. If you get that one on Amazon, it makes it super, super easy. That's the one that I recommend. But weighing yourself every day is really critical because you won't know if it's working. If you lose 5 pounds in one day, you're probably going too much. So it's really good to know where your weight's at. That way you can track your metrics along the way. So the last thing is that time. This is where time comes into play. The last thing is how to win, and that's where time comes into play. So you have the plan, you believe in yourself. Now it's just time to put in the reps. It's time to put in the work. Don't quit. This will work, I promise, but you will only fail if you quit. So do this for 2 to 3 months without changing anything. Just Just put your head down, do the work for 2 to 3 months. If you're ever feeling lazy, you can watch the Navy SEAL training documentaries on YouTube. I highly recommend it. It will literally strip the laziness right out of you. You can also read Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. This book will also eliminate the laziness inside of you. Think about your deepest, darkest desires. Think about, the haters, the people who don't believe in you, the people who don't think it's possible for you to transform. Think about those people and think about proving them wrong. It's okay to think about to have dark reasonings behind wanting to achieve a goal. You got to use what you have, right? And so a lot of people, I want to eat, I want to look healthier. That's not a good enough reason for you to want to go through this. You have to dig deep and think about those deep, dark desires, and that's really what's going to move the ball forward. So if you feel like you can't do it, this is really dark, but picture something terrible happening to your family, and suddenly you'll have incredible motivation. So if you're feeling lazy, you don't want to get on the treadmill, you don't want to do what you have to do, think about something terrible happening to your family, and trust me, your body will find a way, because when it's a life and death situation, your body is capable of so much more than you think of. So when you snap into that mindset of this is a life or death situation, you'll realize that you're capable of way more than you think. So you can do it, guys. You got this. If you're obese or you're very overweight and you want to make that transformation, you can do it. Trust me, I did it, and I was the last person that would ever think that it was possible. So I hope this video helps for you. Again, I have a free community. I would love it if you guys joined, because making this content, I never know who sees it, so I would love to meet you, and I do a monthly Q&A call on there. I have tons of resources. It's completely free. Hope this video helps you.